We chose to name carbon for this book because carbon kind of is a encompassing element that includes both my interest in the sciences, the fact that carbon is the basis of life on the planet Earth, and it's, as far as we know, the basis of life in the universe. And it's also the basic component of the majority of the tools I like to use, the media I like to use in my drawings, in my art. It gives us the strong blacks that permeate ink and graphite in pencils, charcoal. It's a rich, dark medium that allows us to express ourselves visually.
The new Mark Schultz Carbon book is a continuation of the various drawing series, except for it's larger, it's more encompassing, there's some more gatefolds, and it was time that we took it to a new level. You know, I really believe in starting from the top. If there's an artist I want to work with, I want to work with the best artist that I can think of, somebody who means a lot to me, I love their work, and I'm going to approach them.
This latest collection, Carbon, actually belies the name Carbon in that it's got more color work, specifically watercolor work in it, than any of the previous collections I've done. I consider myself a cartoonist and an illustrator, and even more basic than that, I'm a storyteller who happens to be most comfortable telling stories in visual terms.
The Mark Schultz Carbon book will have a paper-bound edition, and we're also going to make a nice hardcover edition of it as well, which is limited and signed by Mark Schultz. One of the questions we've been asked from the fans is if there's ever going to be a hardcover Xenozoic collection, and now through Kickstarter we're making one available, and hopefully we can make it happen with your help. The Xenozoic book collects everything that Mark Schultz has written and drawn for that series to date.
Probably the number one question I get is, when will I be back to doing new Xenozoic stories? And I very much plan to get back. I've got a load of stories in my head that I want to tell for these characters.
Last November I visited Mark Schultz and I filmed him while he was working on one of his latest pulpit drawings. And I couldn't believe what he was doing. I mean, I've seen him sketch at shows before, but usually that intimate experience of him working on a finished piece like that is something that's very private. It's something that he's always done in the sanctity of his home. He doesn't carry his work with him, so when he's traveling and at shows, he's never working. So even after I've known Mark since 2004 on a professional level, I've never ever seen him draw in that way before. And so, I had open access. And what I'd like to do is, if this Kickstarter campaign is successful, is I want to make this video available to you to watch. For this Mark Schultz Kickstarter campaign, we have the new Carbon art book, which is coming in a paperback, and also a hardcover, limited and signed. There's also the Xenozoic new printing book, which is a paperback, and also a hardcover version of that. And then we're also going to make the video available, Mark working on one of his pulpit girls, which is going to be really terrific.
Oh yeah, but now look at the other one, and just at that size, because some detail and light effects that you can't see smaller really come forward.
That's true. You have a lot of density in these dark regions.
Yeah.
And it allows those to open up a little bit too. Well, here, let me do one other thing. Get ready to go aggro.